Are you tired of using the same old fantasy football rankings as everyone else in your league? Your opponents are staring at last year's news, drafting based on reputations that no longer matter. It's a critical mistake, and it is leaving the door wide open for you to build a championship roster. They're playing checkers. We're about to play chess. Today, I'm going to give you the key to unlock your league. We're breaking down the one player at quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and tight end that the consensus is criminally sleeping on. These aren't just value picks. These are the players who will carry you to a title. The quarterback, let's start at the most important position in football. The player who is going to win you your league from the quarterback spot is New England Patriots rookie, Drake May. I know what you're thinking. A rookie quarterback? On the Patriots, the team that looked like a dumpster fire last season? Exactly. That's why he's the perfect pick. Your league mates see last year's disaster, but they're failing to see the perfect storm brewing for a breakout. Here's why May is the league winner you need. First and most importantly is the rushing upside. While he's not necessarily a designed run quarterback, May has the athleticism to extend plays and pick up huge chunks of yards with his legs, which provides a safe, week-winning fantasy floor. The Patriots also have a new offensive coordinator in Alex Van Pelt, who comes over from a Cleveland Browns team that just navigated a season with a revolving door at QB and still made the playoffs. He knows how to adapt an offense. Second, the Patriots actually made an effort to surround their new franchise QB with talent. They re-signed key pieces like offensive lineman Michael Onwenu and tight end Hunter Henry, and brought in veteran pass-catching back Antonio Gibson. This is a night-and-day difference from the group they fielded last season. The main counter-argument you'll hear is that he's a rookie on a bad team. That's just noise. A quarterback's rushing ability makes him less dependent on team success than a pure pocket passer. He's currently being drafted well outside the top 12 quarterbacks. Your opponents will let him fall, thinking they're being smart. Let them. You'll be drafting a quarterback with top 5 upside in the late rounds. The running back moving on to running back, a position where volume is king. The player who will win your league from this spot is the Las Vegas Raiders' new starting running back, Zamir White. Now, why is a guy who is locked into the starting role on this list? Because your league mates, the ones using outdated thinking, will be hesitant. They'll see that he was a day 3 draft pick and that the Raiders brought in Alexander Madison, and they'll get scared. You will capitalize on their fear. Here is the slam dunk case for drafting Zamir White. Number 1 is the proven workload. When Josh Jacobs went down last season, we got a glimpse of what White can do as a workhorse. From weeks 15 to 18, he averaged 23 touches and over 114 total yards per game. The Raiders showed their hand. They let Jacobs walk and anointed White the starter. That kind of volume is the lifeblood of a top-tier fantasy running back. The second reason is the coaching philosophy. Head coach Antonio Pierce wants to run the football and play tough defense. That's exactly what they did when White took over last year. New offensive coordinator Luke Getsy has a history of leaning on his run game, and you can bet the Raiders want to take pressure off of whoever's playing quarterback. The argument against him is that he's not an elite talent and could lose work to the other backs. But that's just chatter. Volume is the great equalizer in fantasy football. He's in a nearly identical situation to other running backs who weren't elite prospects, but stepped into massive volume and became league winners. Don't overthink it. While your league mates get scared, you draft a running back who is set to receive a massive workload, the wide receiver. At wide receiver, we're looking for that perfect blend of talent, opportunity, and an elite quarterback. The player who checks every single box, yet is being drafted as a mere afterthought, is Buffalo Bills rookie wide receiver Keon Coleman. Your opponents are going to look at a depth chart without Stephon Diggs and be paralyzed by uncertainty. They'll look at Coleman as a rookie and assume he can't possibly fill those shoes. This is the mistake that will allow you to steal a league winner in the middle rounds. The first reason Coleman is this year's breakout star is the vacated opportunity. The Bills traded away their alpha receiver in Stephon Diggs, and Gabe Davis left in free agency. That's a mountain of targets up for grabs. The Bills then used the 33rd overall pick to select Coleman, signaling their belief that he can be the guy. He has a clear, unobstructed path to becoming the top target in one of the most explosive offenses in the NFL. Second, his profile is a perfect match for Josh Allen. At 6'4" and possessing elite body control, Coleman is built to be a touchdown scoring machine, especially in the red zone. He's the classic X receiver who can win contested catches downfield, something Allen has never been afraid to test. The main knock on him is that he's an unproven rookie, but that's already baked into his price. You are getting the potential #1 target for Josh Allen as your fourth or fifth wide receiver. That is a low-risk, high-reward bet that wins fantasy championships. His combination of quarterback play, offensive environment, and physical tools gives him legitimate top 15 WR upside. Let everyone else draft players based on last year's target share. You'll be drafting the guy who could lead his team in targets this year. If you're getting value from this breakdown, do me a quick favor and hit that like button. It tells the algorithm to share this with more people, and it really helps the channel out. And if you want to make sure you never miss out on league-winning advice like this, be sure to subscribe. The tight end. Finally, we come to the tight end position, a wasteland of inconsistency. This is where we will leverage years of fantasy football pain to our advantage. The tight end who will win your league is the ultimate post-hype sleeper, Kyle Pitts of the Atlanta Falcons. Stop. Don't click away. I know. We've all been burned. The phrase Kyle Pitts breakout season has become a fantasy football punchline. But this is exactly why he is the perfect league-winning pick for 2024. For the first time ever, all of the risk has been completely stripped from his profile. His draft cost has plummeted to a place where we are no longer betting on the hype. We are betting on generational talent at a bargain basement price. Here's why this is the year. First, the quarterback upgrade is almost impossible to overstate. Pitts goes from the disastrous duo of Desmond Ridder and Taylor Heineke to Kirk Cousins. Before his injury last season, Cousins fueled a career year for T.J. Hockenson, and he has a long history of supporting high-end tight end production. This is the single biggest environmental upgrade any player in the NFL has received. Second, the coaching change is just as massive. Gone is Arthur Smith, who seemed allergic to getting the ball to his best players. In comes Zach Robinson, a disciple of Sean McVay, whose offense will be far more creative and pass-friendly. We are finally going to see Pitts used to his strengths. The counter-argument is obvious. He's fooled us before. Acknowledge it, embrace it. That's the entire reason he is a value. After years of being drafted as a top 5 tight end, Pitts' ADP has fallen outside the top 7 at the position. You are no longer paying the premium for his potential. You're getting it for free. You can draft him as your TE1, and if he hits, you have a top 3 player at the position who you got in the middle rounds. This is the year you zig while everyone else zags. Chasing the Kyle Pitts breakout is no longer a massive risk. It's a calculated investment with a legendary payoff. So there you have it, the blueprint for your championship roster. While your league mates are playing it safe, drafting based on last year's box scores, you'll be building a powerhouse. Your league winners are Drake May at quarterback, Zamir White at running back, Keon Coleman at wide receiver, and Kyle Pitts at tight end. You now have the insider knowledge that separates you from the rest of your league. Go into your draft with confidence. Target these 4 players and get ready to be the one celebrating a championship when the season is over. If you got value from this video, please crush that like button and subscribe for more fantasy football advice to help you dominate your leagues. And let me know in the comments, which one of these players are you most excited to draft this year? Good luck and happy drafting.